By now, you've had the misfortune of witnessing Katie Britt's State of the Union response that was so cringe, this was the reaction by one right-wing panel on Real America's Voice.
May God bless you, and may God continue to bless these United States of America.
And look, the point here isn't to belabor what a weird, uncomfortable, bizarre speech that was because Scarlett Johansson already did that.
My husband Wesley and I just watched President Biden's speech, and what I saw was the performance of a permanent politician. But me, I'm not performing. I'm not. So
no, my job isn't to dwell on how weird it was, but rather what it says about the GOP. Remember, the whole point of selecting Katie Britt to give the Republican response was to showcase the future of their party. This was their opportunity to broadcast to the nation their vision for the country. And the message they landed on was Aunt Lydia from The Handmaid's Tale meets my very first audition in LA, which I still think I should have booked. Think about what image this sent to the American people, though. Someone so intently focused on instilling fear that her voice was quite literally trembling.
We see you. We hear you. And we stand with you.
Someone so brazenly inauthentic that she would bounce from emotion to emotion in a way that felt more AI than human. Someone so hellbent on manipulating her audience that she literally exploited a 20-year-old story about a woman who was trafficked during the George W. Bush administration in Mexico, no less, to try and use it as a cudgel against Joe Biden. And so if this response was intended to showcase the future of the GOP, then the party is letting us know, in no uncertain terms, that the future of that party is fear-mongering, demagoguery, inauthenticity, and manipulation, which only serves to add to the troubles of a party that is in the midst of a serious identity crisis right now. For as long as I've been alive, Republicans have claimed to be the party of family values. Now they're going to bat for a serial adulterer who's going to criminal trial for paying off a porn star for an affair that he had while married, and moving to ban IVF nationwide, which for many Americans is the only way to actually start a family. They've claimed to be the party of states' rights, and the moment Roe was overturned for what they claimed was a states' issue, they sought to impose a nationwide ban on abortion. They've claimed to be the party of fiscal responsibility, and yet, when they had full control of government, they added $7.8 trillion to the debt, all in service of a tax break overwhelmingly favoring millionaires and billionaires. They've claimed to be the party of the Constitution, and now they're lining up behind the guy who expressly signaled his desire to, quote, terminate the Constitution, his words, not mine. All of which shows that the GOP was never about those things. They were merely a glossy veneer to hide their true goal, which is the consolidation of power by any means necessary. If that means they have to claim to support IVF, as Katie Britt did, even as 125 Republicans have signed on to the Life at Conception Act, which would result in the same outcome as the Alabama law that led to its criminalization, then they have no qualms about that. If it means they have to exploit a trafficking survivor to vilify Joe Biden, even though that survivor's trauma actually occurred during a Republican administration, then again, they have no qualms about that. The fact is that they will say or do anything if it means helping themselves at the ballot box. The problem is that their hypocrisy and inauthenticity is so obvious that it's becoming more and more difficult to sell this bill of goods to the American people. So I get that the inclination might be to blame Katie Britt for her bad acting and shameless exploitations, but Katie Britt isn't the problem here. She's a symptom of a larger virus that's infected her party. It's a party that stands for nothing but power and fealty to the guy who they believe can deliver it for them. Just this week, Donald Trump gutted the RNC to fill it with loyalists and sycophants. The Speaker of the House takes his cues from him to the point that he killed his own party's negotiated border bill as soon as Donald Trump sent out his little clarion call. And the rest of them are out there defending an armed insurrection in their desperation to convince the American public that this known conman and criminal is somehow not exactly who we can all see him to be. Although with that said, there is one person in the GOP who seemed to come out from this whole Republican response debacle on top, and that's this guy.
Nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the president laid out tonight.
Before you go, to see more content from MSNBC, make sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking the link right here on this screen. And you can also follow the link to see some exclusive content only on TikTok.